Hiya, it's Sandstarmie. I'm back, this time with episode 6 of my hardstuck to GM with Ashe challenge. Played some comp yesterday. Have some good news. I was able to climb from Master 4 to 3. It was tough. And I think I had one game where there was a lever. And one game where I did play really well. Like I was just landing a lot of shots and the enemy team thought I was cheating at one point, which I think is interesting. And I think I'll look at that one, even though it was a little one-sided, just to look at my own gameplay in terms of aim and try to judge on what I'm doing and how I can improve that way, since I always say it came down to the mechanics. But I think that game, there was such a big difference once the shots were landing, and it could kind of feel oppressive in a way. Maybe that's how a widow that always lands headshots feels to play against. Maybe that's what it feels like. Either way, I did pin all the losses, and I'm going to go through the first one, which is Route 66. I remember this game specifically. I had a hard time, mostly because, and it comes down to the mechanics again, mostly because I was not able to land the shot. I had the mercy, I had the help, definitely had the help. I remember I was stuttering a little bit with my FPS, but no excuses. So that was just too late. I was too indecisive there, and I think it showed. Like, I'm not able to get the ult charge early on. I remember specifically, this was one of my first games back on. Coach here. It's kind of late to be down the coach gun during this time. He has some nice heals to Genji. Missing the shots on the Ana while she paths. And missing all the shots. Even the dynamite up close. Missing that on Lucio. Pretty important. Yeah, I'm missing on us, kind of standing in still in the open. Then I put myself in a bad spot because of where I coached. So a lot of what's going on here is just missing at closer range, I'd say. But I think this part is actually important. Like, there's not much I could have done to help the Junkrat. I know that Ashe is playing like a low ground area. He was in there. For me though, I think definitely landing this shot on the Ana is important. The first shot is like a flick, I guess. It's with my arm. That's what I remember. And then here is like when I try to adjust. And like I jump. I think I'm trying to like compensate with the jumping and the movement, but it's not really working out. So those are 2 shots already. I could have got her, in theory. The third shot is just a body shot. If that was a headshot, maybe things are different. Yeah. So it took too long. And then even here, the coach gun. I coach gun away, but I coach gunned into the low ground where the Rhine is. In an ideal situation, I think I just coach gun away, but still try to maintain the high ground in some way. Because once I drop here, I'm basically done. Like, the Lucy is going to go after me, the Rhine has closed the distance, and it's basically over there. So this is my mistake for coach gunning to the low ground. Like, it's coach gunning away because I was under pressure, but not thinking about where anyone else is. So it comes down to the awareness too. And I did get the help. I had the supports on the high ground. It's just me not landing the shot there. I had multiple chances too. Could have hit the Lucio. Could have Could have hit the Ashe or the Ana when she was pathing. Yeah. Let's try at least. I tried to help her. Here I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna push up now. Not sure where she was. Let me just take a look at this, because I actually think small things like this, they add up. I jumped there. I have a bad habit of that. Yeah, I can tell I'm like moving with AD to compensate for the lack of like fingertip movement. Just something I need to practice. Lucio there. That was nice at least. Was able to hit him. Jumps again. Compensate for the lack of movement. Or motion control, I should say. Just not able to hit him at all. He's like climbing up here. I could have hit him many times. I just missed him all those times. But yeah, it seems like I'm really stiff with my movements. And then with my aim, I should say. And then the movement, it looks like there's like a blind spot where there's no adjustments with the fingers. I see it there. Like it's so far range to have the control. Here I got saved. I'm still not able to do anything. I also notice I'm rushing the shot a lot of the times. You have the high ground. Oh, got kind of lucky there. Wow. Look at that, so much edge. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm really doing here. Playing the low ground, not getting any value with the dynamite. I think what's changed since I realized the mechanics aren't working, I'm just shooting the tank. I think that's like my goal. But I think what I should have been doing there, I should have been playing up top. Even if I'm missing. I think I need to just focus on landing body shots then. I think I realized I need to go up top. Oh, I missed the dynamite on the back line. That was important. Lucio's pressuring me, which is really nice by him. Seeing these simple dynamites. I need to take my time with the dynamite because that'll slow them down if I hit it on a squishier target. He doesn't see me, but I'm not doing anything. In that scenario, I probably should have looked over the truck and shot the back line. That's something I noticed that happens a lot of the time. I think I'll be able to bop where I am. What did I say, Bob, so far? I remember this part. They said they made a mistake. Not able to land the headshots, but it's okay. At that point, I think I did what I could. I tried to make the play and go for the Ana, because I realized if I do touch, I won't be able to live. So let's see what changes on the attack. I think for the defense, it's just not landing the dynamites at the right times or hitting them to force them to chill, or trading well in a smart way. I need to work on the sequences as well, because he's just gonna dash out or deflect. I should keep that for when he dashes in. The dynamite, I mean. That was kind of funny actually. Yeah, not able to hit her. It's okay. You still get the high ground control, which is nice. Doing pretty well on the attack so far. So I go back on the high ground. Just don't want to peek too much. Yeah, didn't throw the dynamite on anything there. Remember, they want the high ground really badly. I think that's like a good example of like being in a good spot, but not really finding value. So let me look at what I could have done differently here. Let's see. I think that dynamite isn't the best because I'm just throwing it. And then now's the time to have it. Because imagine if I had it like in this scenario. Like I could have threw it on the Ana. Could have threw it on the Lucio or the Genji. Because Mercy's the one moving the payload. So yeah, just burning my cooldown before I'm ready. I say I'm ready before like there's a team fight. Because even if I hit this dynamite, let's say the reason why I threw it is because I thought either the Ashe or the Genji would peek through there. I think more so the Ashe at the time. Even if I hit her with it, she'll just back up. Most of the time she won't stay here. So yeah, it's my mistake because I'm not really landing anything. I didn't even see the Ana. Yeah, now they're there. Imagine if I had it here, it would have helped so much. Yeah, they're going up top to contest the high ground. Just smart by them. Just coach getting them away. I dropped there. I think it's okay. In that scenario, it's either I land the shot or not. I could also get help from the other support, like the Ana, but it's okay. She was focused on helping the Rhine, and we still won the fight. But I could have did more there. Yeah, it feels like my movements are, there's like a blind spot with it. Oh my goodness. It's so like wide in a way. Gotta figure out something on how to work on it. This moment, it's so important. Could have definitely got the Ashe if I was just more on point. At least I was able to get the Genji. Oh, with Ana. The Larsen ball there. That was a nice boot by the Lucio. They're doing a good job taking me off the high ground. Oh, rip. If that dynamite hit, that could have helped a lot. Let's see how close that dynamite was to landing. Let's see. Yeah, I would have hit him if I was just on point with that. And that would have been important because he would have been staggered and they wouldn't have Nano Blade. Let's see what happens here. I realize sometimes I need to be the one to go up there. Wow, what a shatter. Down their supports. Oh, I'm surprised they didn't press Q. That was a big shatter there. I tried to time my dynamite for when they like run out. With the shatter just like stopped them. I only hit the Lucio with the dynamite, I think. Oh, that's nice. I didn't realize they had a Widow until now. She shot that too. Unfortunate about the platform. I think the platform gave away his tire. Yeah, I've been in that same situation before, where he's able to like slash and dash you at like the mid range. It's like a weird situation. I don't think Coach gunning away could save you, but even then, they got our Junkrat, they got his tire, they got me earlier. I think the fight was over. What a nade. I don't think he's aware of us here. I was surprised he didn't get picked there. That was my mistake for ignoring him. Just walked into that one. I should have been there earlier. Oh, I still got him. I just want to play with the Rhine here for now, because I'm not able to land the shot. I think I try to, but I'm not decisive enough. I have the Mercy though, so I shouldn't be afraid. Really have a dynamite. Ana got picked because of me. I have Bob too. I was close to Bob, so I sent him main. I didn't contest the Widow. It's all on me. Yeah, this has been happening very often. The early dynamite on the Genji. Because I can't hit him. Just in general, up close. I realized she saw me there. That was a nice headshot on her. That was good teamwork. I remember that moment. It's hard to push here when they have the Widow in the back and the Genji up close. I either play the high ground, focus out the Genji, or you can maybe hard flank, maybe. That was a nice beat. Grandmaster took lots of damage there. But yeah, I'm just playing low ground, not really mixing up the angles. And the reason why is because I'm not landing the shots. Super important moment. One of the few times I actually take the angle. Ryan closed the distance on me. I don't know if I had to drop, but I did. I'm surprised they left the mercy. Yeah, it was over there. I think I just failed to be decisive for the third point. Like, I have the help. It's just I'm not landing the shots, so I decide to play it a lot more safe. But yeah, the shots versus the Genji, the Lucio, and the Widow weren't there, so I just defaulted to playing with the Rhine and it wasn't enough. I think in that scenario I'd probably have to, because this I believe will happen again when I'm playing versus a comp where I'm forced to stay with the tank, or one that really shuts down certain sight lines. And I think my target focus on the enemy tank will play a role. I think I did what I could. First the Rhine, when I threw the dynamite on him and Lucio when he was purple, the Rhine that is, and they used beat. If they have to use ults to stop that, I think that's fine, but I was just a little too slow. And I was kind of caught in the middle as well. But yeah, I'll try to be ready for that next time. But that was Route 66. What's up, Dev? Can always count on you, Bob. You're funny. That was a nice game to review, actually. Mechanics showed. Mechanics definitely showed that game. I say showed. Mechanics were rough. How are you? You're funny. I'm good. How are you? Just reviewing some of the games I played in Master 4. I enjoyed the games yesterday. I think I messed up a lot though. But alright. Let's get into the next game, Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
This is the game where we did have a lever. I'll review where both teams get the first 3 points, because it goes 3-3, I believe. But they do leave. I think they got DC'd. But I remember this game. I remember what they were doing. They were using dive and they did a good job. There's that shot there. Sin gets forced down a lot. Still having that same issue with the shots, it seems. I throw the dynamite on Winston. I think that's okay. He's willing to like go in when he's that low. On a low. Some good target focus there. Like in that situation, I was forced off the high ground, but I was able to make it work. Because I was just like fast in the moment. And I was able to land the shots. I think that was like... I think this was like the best I played in this game, that moment. So here's the same thing. So let's see. Things can be different. So this is gonna keep happening. Like the Winston is gonna be on the high ground, and he wants. This map is really like high ground centered. So once they're able to control the high ground, they can do a lot. And I know I'm playing within their range. I probably should have backed up, because as long as I have some sort of range, or I guess distance on them, I should be able to spam them out a little bit. That's like what happened over here. Like in the first fight. In the first fight I had the coach gun, so I was able to live. But in this situation, since I went up top here, and I was relatively close to them, they just closed the distance because they were already here and they just jumped me for free. I didn't have coach gun. And I'm used to teams like spamming that out, trying to punish it. So let's see. Like I need to understand where the team is in this situation. So like Kiriko's out. Oh, it seems like it's only Life Weaver, Sigma, and I.
Catch you later.
Okay. That's something I was also thinking about. The Sombra, she's not really going to help versus the damage here. So let's see. I have the Mercy. Yeah, in this situation, I'm just playing too close. I probably should have backed up once the Kiriko was out. And then he's just playing the low ground. And I don't think the Life Weaver saw me. But yeah, this happens again, and I think being able to fight versus the dive is important.
I'm not ready to ride into sunset.
So, reading the situation, making sure they don't close the distance on me. Even if the high ground is good, it might not be good because of what they're running. We did a lot of damage to him there. Early dynamite, wasn't able to hit him. That was a big pick. Yeah, here I wanted to fight this. Probably shouldn't have bobbed there, because it wasn't. It just stopped the echo, but it wasn't enough. I say it wasn't enough. Didn't get the best value. I could have did that to her anyways. Not able to headshot him there. That was nice. Not able to hit the Mercy there. That was important. At least I coach gun him away. I think in this situation they're just able to press Q, so I had that. I don't know if we actually contest here. I think we can. I think now that they have the Hanzo, it'll be harder to maintain certain sight lines. I think that's why I go low ground. Remember, I was calling out the Mercy as well. Winston's very aware of where I am. I just need to get them though. I think how he played as a team affected us the most. Like we're not really on the same wavelength with the plan. Like here, I'm not sure how this happened. Let's see. I'm not sure where the Ana was. Oh, she got ulted here, I see. From old spawn. She didn't have the sleep dart. I see. It's my awareness that needs some work. Just coach out for now. We did get the Winston. I was thinking he might get resurrected if they push. That's something strong about Mercy with the resurrect. They can really keep the momentum up. They go up top again. Oh, missed the dynamite when I really needed it. He did a good job forcing me down. Sometimes that's all they care about. I was just kind of getting lost in the map in the wall. My mistake there. Oh, I'm not even looking at the up top. I think I was trying to get Bob. That was like my plan. Yeah, they were able to resurrect again. Yeah, I think a big thing for this round, just like the teamwork wasn't there for our team. So let's see what's different here.
Escort the payload.
Not able to land the headshot. It's such a simple headshot too on the Ana that plays like that. And the thing is, the Ana's gonna keep doing that until they actually get punished. And I should be the one to like punish that. Especially this. I just coach gun away. I'm like calling it out. Oh, I just hit her. Dynamite's actually zoning her out. I went up here because I don't want to coach up here to get her. I probably should have coach gunned the bridge up top. But yeah, I just put myself in a bad spot. I was trying to ping the Ashe to get her, but I don't think the team was looking at her. That was like, I think the high ground is gonna be like my best friend, but that's a nice dynamite at least. I remember that moment. Evo would turn around for just a second. Stuff like that really plays a role. Same thing again. I need to work on this matchup. Because just coach gunning away, or using coach gun and then going low ground, it's not worth it. Especially when he just dashes like that. I need to just coach gun but maintain the high ground. I really think it's possible. I remember this part. Nice. She wasn't really looking at me, so able to get her. But yeah, we're doing pretty well in our attack, I'd say. Like, our team is focusing the high ground. I think they understand that. I was ready to bob here if I needed to. Maybe I should have bobbed earlier. Still worked out. It was kind of messy, but worked. As long as we're able to win the fight, because I think if they press Q first, it could be rough with the combo they have, the Nano Blade. Just missing. That'll be rough to play against the Nano Blade. It's a big pick. I got lost here in the map. Happened again. I thought the door was around there, but it comes out a bit and then turns. So you need to be aware of that. Sometimes just turn around and run away. I'm so used to like fighting and like knowing where I'm going. I think that was pretty good at forcing the recall. Wow. Either I could go up top or I could stay low ground. Okay, I go up top. Oh, I'm missing these simple shots on the Ana. She's not even looking at me. I think I missed like half the clip. 6 shots there. D.Va went for me. But I'm so far away. I think that's the difference compared to a lot of the other dives. It's nice. You're looking at me. Should be hitting all these shots because it's just a simple. Yeah, I need to get better. So yeah, we do end up getting a lever. Or, I say lever, the person disconnects and ends up being a 4v5 and we're not really able to push that well and defend at all. But I think for this map specifically I learned, or maybe not learned, but I'm reminded, if I'm being forced from the high ground, or before I go to the high ground, I should be thinking, ask myself, where is everyone? Just like to set up. And if they're, and I should be like looking for my teammates as well. Because if I notice like Sigma's low ground, and then maybe Lifeweaver's up here, just using coach gun and checking instead of just staying here is important. Because once they see me alone, they'll go for me. Same thing happened for this third point. That D.Va just saw me alone on the high ground, but I just had the distance on her there. And in this situation, playing like this close to Winston, it's not worth it. Unless you get help, of course, but I think there are a few things you can do. Like if I don't have coach gun, I think you just have to drop early. I think if I do, I can go away and do what I did for the first fight, shoot the back line. Or try to punish the squishies that go in, because sometimes you're not going to be able to finish off the Winston. I think I got the Winston low a few times when he did try to go for me, like early on. And I think those are the biggest things. Sometimes I realize that some players will deny the high ground really well, like that will be their plan. So I think being a lot more cheeky with positioning can help. I remember I tried to be for our defense when we were down one, but sometimes I'm not able to perform because the angle, it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder to use this angle and to like get the elim. You have the element of surprise, but it's like all in or that's it. In this situation, if you're playing up top, it's not really all in. You can kind of see what's going on with the high ground. It's just I didn't assess the situation well enough. I think if I played it safe, played it slower, especially once the Kiriko got picked, because I realized that when I was on the high ground here, I could have just backed up like to the low ground and backed up away, walked back up here, have coach gun for next fight. But instead I got dove first, and then they were just like snowballing us for a little while. And they had their ults on this point. I think for this point it's actually really important. Wasn't able to deny the resurrect there once we got the Winston and they pressed Q. Trying to think. I think I need to punish the Winston better as well. Like when he jumps. And D.Va, so I'll be looking at that as well. Like to headshot them while they're trying to dive. But yeah, I got reminded and I've learned a few things on this map. I'll use it for next time because it is a really, I'd say, dive heavy kind of map because the high ground is so strong. But yeah, that was Watchpoint Gibraltar. Alright, let's review the next game, Oasis.
Welcome
So those two games were a part of the first set that I did in Master 4. And after those, that rank adjustment, I was still in Master 4. This one was from yesterday. And this is a part of the games where I did rank up from Master 4 to Master 3. But I think this loss was important because I remember I made the mistakes here.
5, 4, 3,
Made the mistakes that cost us.
1. Round 1.
So yeah, just looking at our team comp, we have like pretty decent comp, I'd say. I remember this first round, it was really one-sided. So I decided to stay main. I remember I missed a lot on this tracer. Coach gun there. I think it's okay. Almost low. Need to get better at punishing Maze, the jump, and the ice block. I often see that I'm throwing the dynamite and I'm not really hitting her. Try to maintain this far angle. I remember I saw the sleep dart. I avoided it. I need some heals. I think I drop under. Remember that? Yeah. Here I'm looking to throw the dynamite as soon as they pass through. Once I see the shout, basically what I'm doing is I'm throwing the dynamite because I realize that's when they're going to push. Just missing some simple shots when no one's really looking at me. Like, these are the shots to land. Or to hit.
Thank you kindly. Ready. Heroes never die.
See what happens here.
Time for the reckoning.
I'm just kind of looking for like bigger dynamites. Probably shouldn't be just looking at the tank. Oh, a nice headshot. Because I think an important thing is to hit the dynamite on the squishies as well. So that's something I'll be looking for. I've been trying to time it with the shout, like the enemy Junker Queen's shout, because that's when I realized like, oh, May's gonna probably go in with her there too. That's what I was thinking at least. I think I made a mistake here. Yeah, send Bob here. Wow, you got people up there. I think I remember I got knifed again. That was nice.
Now to show them that I'm in business. Heroes never for the reckoning.
That was a nice headshot. Makes a big difference. I like how I focused their backline there instead of just the tank. Yeah, in that situation, I think I should have coach gun back to cover. I remember in the moment I was thinking, okay, if it takes the tank to turn for me, I think that's okay. I think I forgot to abuse that. I think that's actually very important. One concept. Because I'm targeting the backline in that moment, and the tank is the one who has to rush me. I think plays a really big role in this game. Especially with what they're playing. I'm just not confident in taking the angle as much for some reason. when I think I should be, because I think I'm doing fine. Now that I'm looking back at it. Remember, she wanted to play the high ground here. So with the comp they're running, you're going to be playing really grouped up most of the time. About to drop there. Not hitting the dynamite on her. Just using the dynamite on the tank. Oh, she got punished. So they play that side, which is smart. Just not able to land anything. Nice. Finish off the Ana there. Kind of caught out for being in the open. I remember I was like, I didn't even hear the Bastion turn into the tank configuration for him. But yeah, I really do think the angles will help a lot. It's just I refuse to take them. Because we can't, even if the high ground is good, it's really hard to get value when they just hide and then brawl together. I say brawl, or group up together. Again, throwing the dynamite on the tank. I think she was looking for me, the Mercy. Yeah, the tank was looking at me there. So playing too much in like the one back line, not taking the angle. Especially once the tank drops. I think that's important.
I know one thing. Someone's gonna pay.
So yeah, I'm like caught sleeping a lot in this game. And I think because I've thrown the dynamite on the tank so much, it's not like the best value. She's alone, and she's just getting the support from her team in the back. I remember kind of playing really close. If you got the tank there, could have been a big play. Yeah, I should definitely be able to punish the Jungle Queen more with the movement that they have. That's something I noticed about Junker Queen. But yeah, that round I wasn't able to take any angles. Didn't really push their backline at all. When I did try to fight them, I was just playing in the open.
5, 4,
Throwing the dynamite on just the tank.
1. Round
Because she's gonna have shout. She's gonna get the help from the supports. I remember I was gonna go up top, and then I remember I saw the Ana peeking. I'm like, do you really want to peek like that? Yeah, this part. That was funny. We're shooting the tank here. She was low. That dynamite helps slow them down. Able to get them though. Also, nice sleep. So I think I could have backed up and then still played the high ground. I only dropped because I wanted to get healed with the mini. But I could have definitely went back up top and went back on them. Because if I distracted their backline there, then the tank, our team could have focused the tank. They're just able to do what they want because their supports are doing a good job helping them. It's a nice pick. I remember that part. I wasn't able to like hit the Ana. I focused her too late, I remember that too. And the Mei hit me there too, in the back of the head. Or she hit me in the back. I'm not sure if it was in the back of the head. But yeah, not able to finish off the Ana. Indecisive in the moment. Not hitting, and also not hitting the Mei or the Jungle Queen when I was trying to focus them. That's a lot of damage. Probably not the best Bob. Didn't really get anything. Let's try. Danger. That was good by the team. Took us a while, but we were able to get it. I think I really need to mix it up with the angles I take. Because normally I do very well against like the team comp they have. I think I mess up at the end as well. So I could play the window here too. I think the big thing to watch out for is the sleep dart. Remember, I needed help here. Probably shouldn't have backed up in a straight line. I should have went left side. Oh my goodness. The team was able to pull through there.
I am unbreakable. Time to go on a rampage.
I remember in the moment I was saying, oh, I wanted to get help. But I put myself in a bad spot. So this part is actually important too. Okay, so that part is actually really important. Like, I get forced out. This is like exactly what the tank wants me to do. So I get forced out, and then they just go back. I think what I should have did, I should have backed out here, because it's rare for them to push here. If they do push here, then the team can always like try to push them from behind, because I think I have two options. I could like back up here and then coach gun up top, play like aggressive, or play sneakier, which is like, I think what I should have did in the moment, because if I'm playing here, most likely she won't chase me. Like if she does decide to chase me, then our tank will go in on them. I think it's okay. And then I'll get this angle, because I think this angle is actually maybe more important than this one. Again, it comes down to like awareness of the team as well, I think, because they can do a lot of damage playing up here. The only thing is I should be able to like smoke them out or pressure them to where they don't want to play here. So where they'll back out maybe here, and then hello Zen, hello Cass, and then the tank can do what they want or push depending on like what's going on. But yeah, I get forced out of the angle early, and I back up to the high ground. See what happens. I remember I missed a dynamite there. Yeah, I'm not able to get the best value here. I remember the risk got big picks. But yeah, if I took the angle, I could have got maybe Bob. And maybe that could have changed the fight. But yeah, I got forced out of the angle too early and I didn't do anything with it. Like, I think I pressured the Bastion, but it wasn't enough. I need to be there to help the tank versus the male, because I was expecting it to happen. But yeah. Need to work on that. I need to realize that the tank will contest the space, the DPS. Not only the DPS, but any squishy that plays in these aggro positions. The problem is, I need to adjust on the fly. Did they push me? Are they still pushing me? Do I back up all the way? Or do I apply pressure? Don't let them just like, same goes for like Diva and Winston. Don't let them just like jump and then pressure and then back up fully. Be in a scenario where like, okay, they're still not chasing me, I'm going back in. I think I've showed that. I'm able to like punish that at times, but I think that game, it was like really important because it's just a Junker Queen. Like, I know she is stronger, but she still has to like walk on the floor to get to you. It's not like Wrecking Ball where if you do run away, he can always chase you better. I say chase you better. He can always get to you better. Like, he's maybe the one exception. Maybe Doomfist is as well. But I think Wrecking Ball can just chase you because of the movement he has. But I think every other tank, the way they force you out, it's either they commit or they don't. And I kind of got like baited by the Junker Queen. And then I wasn't able to get the best value. Because imagine if I was flanking in that same spot, or if I coach gun to the mini on our side and just held that spot, I could have forced them into a bad spot. Our team maybe could have did a lot more damage. Maybe I could have got Bob for the last fight. I say last fight for the... Maybe it would have been the second last fight, but for that fight at least. But yeah, I'll be working on that. Understanding what the tank wants to go for, I think has been a lesson in both Gibraltar and Oasis, and I'll be ready for it next time. Or at least try to outplay them. But yeah, that was Oasis. Alright, let's get into the next game. New Queen Street. I actually don't really remember this one too well. I have blacked it out from my memory. Let's check it out.
Hey there.
I remember this. I remember the Widow went left side, so I was like, okay, I won't play there. I probably should have. But I play here instead, and it's so far range. I'm just like kind of out of the fight for a little bit. I remember this part. I was shooting the railings. I don't know if railings are like interfere with anyone as much as they do with me. Why do I say that? Missed the headshot on the tracer there. That was important. I remember this part. I just like, I didn't back up fully. Like here, I tried to get away and they charged me here. So in that situation, it's like the classic push situation. You don't always have to just back up. I could have like played on the Mega over there and maintained an angle. Play it sneaky. I'm like forgetting about the map control because the mechanics aren't there. Because I'm thinking to myself, what's the point of maintaining these positions if I'm not able to get value out of them? But I think being there is good enough. And not dying as well. Sometimes teams just press W. They don't turn around, if that makes sense. Wasn't aware of that. Their Tracer's doing a good job. Oh, missed a crucial headshot there. As soon as I turn. She recalled. I think that's like my cue. That's my cue to go in, like aggressively. Still need to work on that. Kind of the same concept, actually. I remember that situation. Yeah, the Brig booped the Rhine when he was charging. But either way, I don't think I'll live. But yeah, in a way, Tracer's like, I don't want to say a mini tank, but the concept is like there. Like if you force her out, then you should be able to push in that downtime. Because it's rare for her to just blink all the way back in again and try to fight me. Especially when she used recall. That's my mistake. Remember, this is one of the worst bobs ever. Don't look. Don't watch. Oh my goodness, I sent him in that room. At least he's shooting the ride a little bit there. I wonder what she says. It sounds like both of you. Important shots to hit. Because the Ana will just disrespect you. If you play... Or... Not if you play, but if you can't hit the headshot, they'll just take the trade. Because at range... Like... I say at range... Ana does the same amount of damage as Ashe does with the body shot. I believe. It's like 75 for Ashe and 75 for Ana right now, so... Unless you headshot her, it's not worth it. The coach ran away. Still the high ground. Mechanic saved me there. Missing simple shots versus the Ashe. She wasn't even looking at me there. But yeah, I could have made a difference if I was just better with the patience there. If I was just better in general. And if I was better with the patience on the shots. Because I'm shooting when the Ashe isn't peeking. And I don't think she was looking at me at all, so... I took a lot of damage from that. Damage boosted. It's pretty nice with the Valve there. Just the dynamite. I remember this moment. I was saying, like, we can't let her res that. Missing simple shots. Like, I know where she wants to go. She's gonna go into the room. It's rare for her to, like, walk out in the open. So that's just me not being patient and landing the shot. Not reading the situation. That's one. And two, also not hitting anything there. That situation, I didn't need to hit her again. I don't think. I think Mercy might be one of those exceptions. I think she lives if you... I'll test it out. I think she lives if you don't hit her with the second shot, actually. Like, one scope plus dynamite, one scope body shot plus dynamite should be able to get a 200 HP target, but I think the passive maybe kicks in. I'll have to test it out. He's kind of alone. It's a tough situation to be in. We're really aware of each other. I was shooting there earlier. I remember. Same situation. Just throwing the dynamite on the tank. Not the best value. Oh, creates an angle. Coach isn't really good enough. He doesn't decide to chase me. I remember that part with the tank pushing us really well, and then their team following up. I'm not able to do anything with the angle. I wasn't able to, like, apply pressure on the tank. It's the same scenario, I think, on Route 66 for third point, where I'm just caught in the middle. Well, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, not aware of the coach gun there. Put myself in a bad spot. That was nice by them to apply, like, pressure more, to keep the momentum, I should say. Wow. That was one of the first times I, like, hit them in the back line. I think it actually makes a difference. Because it's so hard to get the Rhine. So yeah, there's like a few things in this game to work on. Like the Tracer matchup. There's like a few things. So the Ryan, he's hard to break. Like front lining. Oh, I missed a shot there. I didn't even try to coach because I realized the team was there. And just not fast enough with the, and then dynamite blind spot. Should have looked down to throw it on her. She's playing so close. She's like, okay, that's smart by the Ashe to play on the Mega. But yeah, it's a tough situation because that was one of the first situations where the Ashe was alone, but I wasn't able to clutch it out there. But I'm gonna have to fight Tracer on the angle if I decide to flank or take the off angle. I'm gonna have to fight the Ashe if I go for the back line. Yeah, just not hitting the Tracer. Oh wow, nice.
You owe me one.
So yeah, it's a tough comp to play against, and I think I really do think you just need to break one of them and apply pressure. If I'm able to like get the Ashe, then pressure the Mercy, I think that'll be good enough. But I just am not able to do anything like that. Even for the run, I think to help break him, I need to get to the Ana. I think this is one of the few times where I'm actually taking the angle. She didn't see me and the Mercy couldn't get to her. But by the time I'm here, it's too late. That was the first time I made a play. But yeah, for that game specifically, it's by the time I was trying to make an adjustment and make a play, it was really late in the game. I think I learned, like I was adapting too late. To break that team, I think I would need to focus the Ana to help versus the Rhine. Because frontlining versus him, it's hard. It's hard to frontline versus him and to land the shots. And it showed because the Ashe would contest me if I were ever to like fight the Rhine. And she pushed me as well in that one moment when she was on the mini. I think the Tracer did a good job. I wasn't really thinking too much about that matchup, but I think it's pretty even. Tracer versus Ashe. Ashe just needs like one headshot and or two body shots to win. I think the dynamite can play a big factor in the matchup as well. But yeah, I didn't perform well in this game. I was just like too safe when I really need to make the play. Just based off of what our tank was playing. I think I'm just used to, or maybe like not used to, but I'm just like, I'm a lot more comfortable when their Rhine is being contested by our tank. And when that doesn't happen, I have a lot tougher of a time. It's like really noticeable how tough it is. Because then the enemy team can just like, I know it's like a common saying, just to press W. And Ryan will just press W. But like the angles, the controlling versus like dismantling the team around him. And then we'll see who presses W after that. But yeah, that should be my plan. So next time I play against a comp like this, I'm going to be going for that. Even if I lose the duel. I know it played a role on Route 66. I should just try it. Because I know from like firsthand, even though I know some players, like I remember this one scenario way back in Overwatch 1 where when I first started playing around that time, I would see like, oh, Widow versus Widow, and their Widow would like beat our Widow, and I'd be like, oh, their Widow is just better. That was like the mentality I had. And I remember there was this one game on Volskaya. Not Volskaya, it was Horizon Lunar Colony. I always get those maps mixed up. There was a player, he didn't play Widow. It was a DPS player. He was playing Cass, or I think Hanzo, and he said he'll swap to Widow to help the team. And he was going even with the Widow. And he didn't even play Widow, I remember. And that like gave me a different perspective. At least the DPS is trying to contest them. And the fact that he like tried to, I think the game was a draw in the end. But I'll never forget that. At least the player was trying to contest them, and that made a difference, and it changed my perspective. And even if like my DPS are losing, or our DPS are losing, I should say, I should try to help them out. And I think I had the help on Route 66, it was just I wasn't there. And for New Queen Street, the same thing happened again. I know I'm not always going to get help on a certain angle from certain supports, but that indecisiveness and that reluctancy to like adapt is going to play a factor in these games, so I think I'll have to make adjustments there. But yeah, that's what I learned on New Queen Street. Gonna get into the next game, Paraiso. This was probably one of the toughest games because sometimes teams are just not on the same page. And I just could not do anything well. I even had one of the worst bobs ever. But yeah, I think getting value with the ultimates can make things a lot easier. The fact that I didn't even do anything on this map means I have a lot to work on. So this is one of those situations with the Wrecking Ball. I think we're going to see what happens. So I apply, I think, pretty good pressure on the Wrecking Ball. Forcing him out, it's worth it. I feel like I'm really close to landing these shots. The fact that he went in there means he could get punished. Yeah. Missing those shots, they're important to land. Forcing the Ego versus the Hanzo, I think it's okay. The Tracer's flanking. Missed a crucial shot there. She went double blinked for that. This part is actually really important. Well, I was able to land the shot. I didn't remember that. So he dropped. I remember I called out his sonar out here. Nice. Oh, he got healed by the orb. Oh, I see the Wrecking Ball was there. That was nice teamwork by them. So I think I'm caught in the middle. I'm trying to push and I'm trying to peel. And I think I just have to force the Tracer out. I think that's what I'm good at. Maybe it's not what I'm good at, but maybe it's what I'm able to do for the team. Because the Tracer is really distracting the support. I remember this part, saying I needed help. Hanzo wasn't able to land the shot though. I didn't know you could stand here. It's nice to know. This part was a big mistake by me, I remember. Another one for the ages. One of the worst bobs ever. I throw the bob here on the high ground here. And I die anyways. That was my mistake. So like, now that I'm finally back here, I think I gotta keep the coach gun for the wrecking ball in case he dives me. And just path to the high ground, normally. But yeah, I remember our tank does end up getting DC'd today. We're having a hard time, I believe. They said they were lagging, if I remember correctly. Maybe not. Important to hit that one.
30 seconds remaining.
Not able to hit her. This is really important to hit.
10 seconds.
Important to hit there. Yep. And by this time I'm playing the low ground. So I wasn't able to get the tracer. That was on me.
Score.
Helping
And versus the wrecking ball, I didn't use coach gun well enough.
those
And we're down one.
its own reward.
Ready.
Remember what we're fighting for.
Yeah, the shots on the Zen could have been better.
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Not able to headshot her. That should be a simple headshot, really. Just wasted dynamite. Team was having a hard time versus the tracer. That was nice timing.
Team kill.
But yeah, we had a hard time this game. I remember it goes past the checkpoint part. Yeah, it went past it, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I think I just need to improve in that matchup. It's a really like tight enclosed area. I really do think if the team was just set on one goal, we could have peeled better. We could have turned around, forced them out, and then went in. I think that's like a big difference. And when I play like a flanker or when I go on angles, oftentimes I'm forced out by like the tank, for example. I don't think our tank really tried to force out like their tracer at times or turn around with the team. I think we were split for a lot of that. And I think I could be the difference there if I'm able to just finish her off. But that didn't happen in that game. I think I'm gonna work on the wrecking ball matchup and the tracer one. But yeah, that was Paraiso. I'll just check out one more game on Antarctic Peninsula. This is the game players thought I was cheating. So we'll just check it out briefly. I won't really comment much on it. I thought I played intelligently with the dynamites and the angles I was holding.
1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Oh, I did not get the shout at the beginning, so already off to an interesting start. I remember it was kind of shaky in the beginning. I think I held my ground pretty well on the high ground.
I get the idea.
So what changed this game? Like I've just forced the tracer out by hitting her once. Sometimes that's all you need to do. So since I threw that dynamite there, I don't have it for this duel. So I coach gun her away. Could have made a difference actually if I had it. I think it does here. Like that dynamite made a big difference in the duel.
Right on the money.
Not able to hit the tracer. That was a nice pick by the Hanzo. The dynamite and the body shot damage boosted.
Get over here.
Yeah, that's how it should be for me. To punish a Zen that's in the open like that. Yeah, he just peeked so wide and everyone can hear him. I really don't know what's different. Like, I know I'm landing the shot, but I don't know how. I used Bob here. I remember that moment. Bob was going to help me maintain the angle. So that's actually something I gotta keep in mind. The tank and the tracer tried to push and I used Bob. But I think a big difference there was I was able to like force them down too. Like with the dynamite hitting the tracer. Wow. The headshots are just landing now. I really don't know. Too many body shots. Force the nemesis form out of him. Yeah, I wasn't afraid to peek with the storm arrow. You can hear him, so. Oh, I should have held it just for a little longer, that angle. I need to get more used to this map. Yeah, I'm just trying to play smart with these angles. Like, I know where he's sonared. I remember he was purple, so you're able to focus him down. And the Zen was playing pretty far back. I think I prefer that with the shots I'm landing. Like if he's having to play that safe, I think that's a good thing. If I can hit him, that is. If I can't hit him, then could be rough. Yeah, I really don't know what's going on.
Point me in the right direction.
Like the angle I'm taking. These cheeky angles are working out. Yeah, I just want to see, like, I really don't know what's different. These headshots that are just landing.
Enemy in my sights.
Oh, he headshot him too. Hanzo. Hanzo must have headshot him. I missed that one.
Point me in the right direction.
Like the shot on the Hanzo is just taking a different angle that he doesn't expect. That's all it is. It's not anything fancy. But this one I heard him.
Over if you want to cut.
So the first shot was important. I'm surprised that was a headshot.
I'll be keeping the change.
Really don't know how that was a headshot. Looked like it hit his body.
I'll be keeping the change.
But I'm just, I think, adjusting to where they want to move. I think that's been the difference. Remember the railings interfered. Railings are gonna be like the biggest issue for me. I don't think they pushed in. I'm surprised, actually. Usually that means, oh, he's ready to go in. Really tight angles I'm holding here. As soon as I reload. He's sonar there. I remember I pinged it. Headshots. Yeah, their tank isn't really pushing in, he's just blocking.
Let me handle it.
Policy replacement could use some work. Yeah, I think the difference is I'm just tracking them better because I have an understanding of where they want to go. That's the difference. I'm using the movement to compensate, sometimes the jumps as well. I think at this point they were giving up.
The dragon consume you!
Susie.
Point me in the right direction.
It's unfortunate when this happens.
Right by you.
I mean, I think for this game specifically, like they're technically pushed in.
To the wasteland.
The DPS were trying. I think I was just able to read them for where they wanted to go and react well enough. That was the difference. So I'll try to work on that. Because I like the feeling of just landing the headshots a lot more than I am now. But yeah, after these games I was able to climb to Master 3. So I'm almost there. I'm like halfway to GM, I'd say. Through Master, that is. I'll try hard to push to Master 2. Probably be working more on my gameplay first. So maybe in the next few days or so, I'll play comp and then see how it goes. But yeah, I learned a lot this episode. I think I'm gonna work on everything. A lot of the matchups come down to like the duel versus the DPS and like the micro stuff that happens there, plus the big things versus the tank. I think if I'm able to capitalize off of both, I should be able to do well. Unless I get a game like that on Antarctic Peninsula where it's just like headshot after headshot where it's like punishing them. I'll need to play smarter. But yeah, that's it for episode 6 of my hardstuck to GM with Ashe challenge. I'll catch you guys in the next one.